You love Radiohead an awful lot.
I love Radiohead, as does Garth.
Yeah, I do as well.
I know you both bond over Radiohead.
Yeah. I remember, like, I had to like pick between Muse and Radiohead, and I was just like, Muse just slightly edges it out.
I don't think there's any Radiohead songs that I've heard that I've been like, I love this song.
Have you listened to Creep?
I don't like Creep that
The best
much.
song?
You guys always sing it.
Well, I mean, that's because
it's like the song
because it's the least depressing Radiohead song.
Yeah, I don't really like the depressing songs unless the Weeknd sing.
Because at least it's got an upbeat, right?
It sounds upbeat. Yeah,
that's because I started listening to the lyrics. I'm not going to do that again. That was a mistake.
I don't know. Like, I think for me, Radiohead. What I appreciate the most about Radiohead is that they started off as just like another '90s like alternative rock band, and then one day they were just like, no, I don't think I will. I don't think I'll be another 90s alternative rock band. I'm going to try something else. And then OK Computer came out, and it was like one of the most like fucking like revolutionary 90s like rock bands ever. And then like bands like Muse listened to that and was like, we can do that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think Coldplay as well was like heavily influenced by Radiohead, and like all these like big alternative rock bands that went a little experimental.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Radiohead are the OG in that sense, and you know, they are fucking incredible. And the only reason I put Muse above them was because like I think I discovered them both at around the same time.
Yeah.
And but there's so many nights where I just like conk out and just listen to Radiohead. Yeah. And I don't know. It's to me, if I'm like having an existential crisis, I put on Radiohead, man, because there's nothing that just like encapsulates that mood more than just like a Radiohead song.
It's like sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I just want to stay home and just like feel depressed.
I wish I could feel this strongly about music. I do. I remember I was at a place that was like classical music being played, and there was this guy. I was enjoying it. I thought it was amazing. I was like, these guys are so talented. Yeah. And there's a guy who's in the front, and I could see him because it was kind of like, you know, like a circle, like semicircle. I could see him, and he was like tearing up at how good this was.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, fuck, how did he do that?
How did he do that?
How did this mean so much to him, or how did it make him feel this way? Because I don't understand. I like the sound a lot, and I really appreciated the artistry and everything. And I'm just like, fuck, man. I wish I was able to get what that guy had.
What do you mean, like emotional?
About from the music, it like really made him emotional.
Oh, I can easily get that.
I can't get that.
I think there's only two. Am I fucked up? I think there's only two artists in my 3x3 that haven't made me cry.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that weird that I can't?
I don't think it's weird.
I don't think it's weird.
I wish I could get that.
Like to me, I have a different problem because like I said, I never know like the deeper meaning behind the music. But like I've cried to so many songs I have no idea what they're about. And because they just make me feel things. I don't know why they make me feel
these things.
Yeah. Like I don't listen. I don't know what the lyrics mean. I'm just like, damn, man. This.
I think like, have you ever just like sat down and just listened to music?
Yeah.
And like, but I guess you're listening to like Daft Punk and shit.
Yeah,
so
I love
like,
the Beatles.
It's not like digital love isn't necessarily going to make you cry.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I don't know. I guess it's maybe the music I listen to, the way I consume it.
Maybe I don't know, but I don't think it's weird. I think there's a lot of people
because I don't struggle to. When I watch TV or anything, it's like super easy. You cry all the time.
But there are people who like struggle to cry watching movies.
Yeah, it's true.
Right? So I guess it's the same thing.
So it's not like I'm sitting there like,
come on, tears.
I'm not there doing that. It's just like I don't get what this guy's getting. I don't understand why. Maybe it's I don't know. Maybe as I mature, I might. I
mean, like to me, like music is. It's going to sound so philosophical now. It's kind of like a language, you know. They're like,
absolutely.
Like,
I don't speak.
It is like, I feel like there is something being communicated through the language of music, and like I don't even understand the words behind the music, but I feel, there are times when I think I feel the language behind it and like the emotion that is being portrayed with the music. And it's so
that's
fucking
true.
weird.
I mean, if animals are anything to go by, dancing is a language, singing is a language. Somehow they don't understand, I imagine, what they're saying, but it does something, and that's how they decide they.
It just like pulls out like just some kind of like primal.
Yeah, I think so. I think we have an inclination to feeling towards it. I wonder where I fucked up.
Like I don't know what makes good music. Like I don't know what makes good music. Like literally,
I think what makes good music is just if it makes you feel a certain way.
I watch like musical memes, like memes that only people who like or are really into music would get. And I'm like, I feel like this is funny. I just couldn't understand why it was funny.
Right.
But like when somebody plays like C minor or something like that, and I'll be like, what? But yeah, that was kind of funny.
That's a bit of a deep cut, but you know.
I don't know. It is something along those lines.
And then I guess like Tool is like probably the one band that made me love metal again.
Right.
Okay.
Because like,
Do I know any of the songs? The name sounds extremely familiar.
I mean, they're...
Yeah, because Joey's talked about
Because
that.
That's
probably why. Yeah. That's probably why.
Because I talk about them all the time. But like, I think what like, speaking of like primal instinct, I think like Tool does the best job of like pulling out like that primal instinct in people when they listen to
I
music.
thought you were talking about a band there.
I'm like a monkey.
I was like, Primal Instinct? I love that band.
There's a band called Primal Scream, which is good, but not Primal Instinct. Yeah, I don't know, like Tool is like, I don't think they necessarily have like a hit song or anything. They're kind of like one of those just like cult bands. I guess maybe like The Pot.
Sober the Pot.
Yeah, Sober, The Pot, Prison Sex. There's a lot of like good songs. But like, I think what makes Tool amazing and what I fell in love with Tool is that like, especially like, this is a band that like you need to listen to the lyrics.
Okay.
Because it's like
Fuck.
Fuck.
yeah, because but what I love about Tool is that their music just in general is so fucking good that you'll still enjoy yourself without listening to the lyrics at all.
Okay.
So like Maynard James Keenan, who's this guy in the middle, he's the lead singer. In like Tool stage shows and like concerts, normally the lead singer is in the front, right? But Maynard for some reason is behind a curtain in the back. Like you can't even see him half the time in concerts. And that's because he treats his voice as just another instrument. And if you want to listen in closely on what he's saying, then you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. There's the rest of the band to listen to. And I think that's like so fucking cool because it's like, again, it goes back to that whole thing of like, you might have like some deep ass message behind your music, but if your music sucks, then no one's going to fucking listen to it, right?
True.
And like Tool is like, we can make banger songs and we can make profound lyrics.
That makes sense.
And it's like, and like, I don't know, as just like musicians, it's like, I inspire to be that. And yeah, like, I don't know, like Tool is one of those metal bands that like even non-metal fans love. Like, I think every person I've shown Tool who is like not necessarily into metal music is like, yeah, this fucking slaps.
Oh.
So like, I'd recommend, if you don't like metal, listen to Tool. And then, oh god, I guess we'll go to Dr. Doom as Connor called
MF
it.
Doom.
MF Doom.
I knew that. I should
So MF Doom, yeah, as Connor said, is your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
I've seen that YouTube video.
Yeah, you've seen that YouTube video.
He's like a legend. I've heard so much about this person, but I've never listened to their music.
Yeah. So basically, like Tyler the Creator and like, you know, fucking literally every like rapper everyone loves and has gotten big has been somehow inspired by MF Doom, just because he's like, I don't know, he's like the hip hop fans hip hop, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like because like I feel like before MF Doom, the only like hip hop I ever really listened to growing up was like Eminem. But that's because Eminem back then was like fucking inescapable. Like during like Eminem show era, Eminem like Eminem was everywhere, right? Like so like I feel back then I didn't really like take hip hop seriously or like rapping seriously other than Eminem. But then I listened to MF Doom and I was like, okay, hold on, this might actually be good. This might be some good music. Again, another artist you need to like listen to the lyrics.
Well, yeah, I remember that. I don't know who broke it down. Was it Vox or something?
Vox did a video on it. Like, they did like an earworm video on it.
And I was like, this is amazing. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just
don't know.
I don't think I could ever garner this by myself.
Or
even come close to garnering this by myself.
It's like when they tell you like why the piano is this specific piano is amazing. I'm like, I'm sure it is. It certainly looks the part, but I don't know.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. I mean, it's just like good music in general. Again, I'm having a hard time explaining why this is good to people who aren't on the same wavelength.
Well, any hardcore music fans here can appreciate your taste,
right.
I'm sure.
Yeah. If we were more hardcore into music, how would you explain it then? Because I am curious.
Okay, so
break it down for me. Break it
down. Focusing
at
100%.
Break it down.
Okay, so Tool, for example, is like just their sound and like their singing style and the way they structure songs is like, it just has like a flow to it. Like one song could have like 7 or 8 different parts that sound like 7 or 8 different songs. But somehow they can stitch that bitch up together and make it sound so cohesive and like together to the point where like you can listen through a 15-minute Tool song and it'll sound like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how long is a typical Tool song?
They're not actually too. I mean, they obviously have like long songs as well, but I think like average Tool song is maybe like 5-6 minutes.
It's quite long.
Which I guess is long, but I mean, like if you compare it to like say I don't know a Tangerine Dream song, like like a standard Tangerine Dream song is like 20 minutes.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
I've never heard of them, but that's a good name.
So Tangerine Dream is this German group.
Tangerine Dream.
Yeah, Tangerine Dream. Yeah, it's a great fucking band name. So they're a German group that like does like electronica and like ambient music.
Right.
And I put them there because this is the one group I used to listen to all the time in school while I was studying.
How did you find out about this band?
My dad showed me.
Okay, I was going to say this seems
so
like
basically, I reckon everyone except maybe the bottom 3 here, I found out through my dad.
All right.
So like he
raised you well, man.
Yeah.
But he's proud of you.
Yeah. So Tangerine Dream have been around. They're still around actually. They've been around for like 60 years almost.
Fucking hell.
I think they've been around since like the early 60s and they're still going. Yeah.
1968.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And they're still going. They have like I think they have like 400 studio albums or something. They have a big catalog. Like it's a stupid amount of albums they've made. But like basically they like they revolutionized like chill electronica, like meditation music, ambient music, that kind of stuff. And so it's like perfect study material. Like because it's like there's no lyrics.
Better than lo-fi?
Better than lo-fi.
Should be that lo-fi hip hop girl. Is
Look, lo-fi hip hop girl wishes they were Tangerine. Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like really good. Like Tangerine Dream, I would say is like perfect background music of just like if you're at like and like if you have like friends over and you're just like you just want to like hang out or you're like you have your fucking like I don't know fiance's parents over, right? And you don't want to sound you don't want to look weird by like putting on like Tool in the background, Tangerine Dream is like the music to go,
right?
Because it's just like it's just relaxing, it's inoffensive, it's just
I'll check it out.
Yeah, and like they got a lot of good songs. They did a lot of like movie soundtracks.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Any
so
movies I know?
There was this what was the Tom Cruise movie that they did the soundtrack to? They did a lot of soundtracks though. And like game soundtracks as well that they've done.
What?
Yeah. So
what kind of games?
I wish I could tell. Dude, they've done 400 albums. I don't fucking remember.
What?
Risky Business?
Risky Business, yeah. They did the Risky Business soundtrack.
Oh wow.
Which is like probably one of their best albums. Yeah, they're literally just 3 German dudes who play a lot of like relaxing music.
God damn, they got a fucking work ethic.
They got a work ethic.